Good evening and happy Saturday, everyone. I'm William Galloway. No Alabama football due to contract tracing within the LSU football program, but the Crimson Tide did practice today in preparation for next week. There were plenty of other games, though, so let's start in the ACC. Number 2 Notre Dame at Boston College in the second quarter. Ian Book hits Avery Davis. He'll go 48 yards for the gain, and he gets out at the 2, but you see that speed right there. Notre Dame would score from the next play, and Notre Dame goes up 17-13. Later in the second quarter, Book, forced out of the pocket, has to use his legs and then his arms, and he finds Ben Skoranek. Fighting Irish go up 24-13. Here in the third quarter now, Notre Dame up 31-16. An interception for the Fighting Irish by Jack Kaiser, nearly loses it, secures it, and then in the fourth quarter, Notre Dame up 38-23. Book trying to secure the win and uses his legs to find the end zone. That was his 4th touchdown of the game. Notre Dame wins this one 45-31 on the road. We'll take a look at a full screen of scores from around the SEC today. And Vanderbilt lost at Kentucky. Kentucky got that one 38-35. Kentucky improves to 3-4 on the season. Vanderbilt still 0-6, haven't won a game this year. Number 6 Florida won 63-35. Florida improves to 5-1 on the year. And in the third SEC game of the day, Ole Miss beat South Carolina in Oxford 59-42. Ole Miss is now 3-4. South Carolina is 2-5. Well, we were all looking forward to what was supposed to be Alabama at LSU today. The day just didn't feel right without the game being played. But WVUA 23 sports reporter Julia Westerman has more on what this face-off could have meant and what it's been like over the years.
Saturday night would have marked the 85th meeting between Tide and Tigers. After last year's narrow loss in Tuscaloosa that snapped Alabama's 8-game win streak, revenge in Baton Rouge was on the agenda. Unfortunately for both teams, COVID-19 got in the way.
This is often a big game for us. LSU game's always a big game. It's turned into kind of a rivalry game because of the success of the two programs, and I don't think this year is really any different, regardless of record.
Alabama has dominated the rivalry, winning 53 of the 84 matchups since 1895. 2020 obviously has different requirements to play, and since LSU forgot about these, Week 8 in the SEC looks a little bit more like this.
Games like this is why everyone wants to get a chance to play college football. I mean, everyone on our team looks forward to a game like this, regardless of the situation, where we get to go and play an away game against a really good team.
Nick Saban has won 10 of the 14 games he's coached against LSU since joining the Tide in 2007. Rescheduling this year's game remains to be seen. Reporting for WVUA 23 Sports, I'm Julia Westerman.
Thank you, Julia. It was moving day at Augusta as the second round wrapped up early this morning, immediately followed by the entire third round. Justin Thomas puts in for a par there on 7. He entered today tied for first at 9 under overall. He shot a 1 under in the third round and enters tomorrow in 6th place. Tiger Woods on 18 looking for a birdie right here, and it goes just left of the cup. He putts in for par. He finished even on the day, and Tiger is 5 under overall, tied for 20th. A birdie from Dustin Johnson on 13 extended his lead, and he moved to 15 under with that shot. And DJ would finish today with a 7 under par 65. So he enters Sunday with a 4-stroke lead. His 16 under par overall score ties the best score through 54 holes at the Masters. Here's what he had to say about being in the lead headed into Sunday.
I put myself in the situation a lot of times. I know what it takes. I know, how I respond in the situation. So, I'm very comfortable, with having the lead going into tomorrow. I've been in the situation a lot of times. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. It's gonna, it's still gonna be a tough day. I'm gonna have to play well if I want to get it done tomorrow.
That's it for sports this evening. I'm William Galloway. We'll be back after this.
After this week's postponed game, what comes next for the Alabama Crimson Tide?
So Kentucky's on the schedule right now, and we'll have to see if that holds up. It's kind of a day-by-day process in terms of it starts with the top at the SEC headquarters, and they make the calls. And so as of right now, we're seeing and preparing as fans, as people in the media, the team's preparing for Kentucky. The team had practice today, and so we'll see and plan for Kentucky, but we'll have to see what happens.